See, now this was war years. I mean, they were hard to get anything.
Yeah, everything's
he says,
rationed.
I think maybe I do have a couple cars that you could get. So Bill went with him to that place, and then there were the 2 cars. But he told Bill what was wrong with one of them. He says, this one is just in mint condition. I just fixed it up. Bill says, that's what I need. And so then we wrote a check for that. And see, your dad was teaching school, and I was downtown and going to school at night.
Yeah.
And so we bought that 35 Ford. And my gosh, the guy put on 5 tires and tied them on the top of the roof. So he says the tires are lousy.
Yeah.
Well, we got on, we went north of Chicago, and then we came through Iowa this way, see. Well, it was, Bill says, you know, boy, this is boring. And right away we had a flat tire.
I suppose that was during the war years, so there was still rationing on tires.
Oh heavens, yes! It was really, everything was terrible.
They saved everything until.
And so then he changed the tire, and so we had to stop at one of these where you eat and sleep place, you know, along the highway.
Yeah.
And that guy helped Bill put on a tire for the not the back seat, but the trunk. Mm-hmm. And he helped him, and we stayed overnight there, and we got in. But we could never go over 35 miles an hour.
Because the thermostat didn't work.
Yeah, because from Chicago to Davis.
35 miles an hour. Oh, that must have been slow.
Anyway, and then finally we got to the farm. And the cars were just loaded in that farm. And I said, and Bill says, what's going on? I said, no, I don't think it's because we're coming. But there was. Yeah, Irving was there.
Francis.
There was a guy there to look at the hogs. Something was wrong with them. And just, I tell you, I can't even remember all the people there. Well, we drove in, and Irving says, what took you so DAMN long? And then Bill says, well, listen, as soon as I went over such a
the engine would overheat.
Yeah, he said the thing heated up. Irving says, I know what it is. He went to the garage and he got out a summer thermostat. He put that in, and here we drove that thing all over.
If only you had that somewhere.
And that place, I don't know how come all those people
Why didn't Dad stop at a garage along the way to just have him check it out and put in the thermostat?
Well, we did. Your dad knew nothing about cars.
You know, I can write to that. I don't know much either. I inherited that. I don't know much about cars either.
And so then and then my mother had just gone to Dr. McElvaney in Davis because she had a bad back. She was planting plants and it hurt, and she went over there for a treatment the day before. And she told him that Theresa and her husband are coming home tomorrow. Guess who the next person drove in? It was him, and he said, I want you to take over my practice. Because he had some disease that was collecting.
He'd been injured in that car accident with dying.
Yeah. And so then we had to get we said we have to get our license and everything, and then we will buy from you. So I don't know, that took quite a while to get those licenses and everything. They check you out.
Well, you had to pass your state boards and.
No, we didn't have to.
So you came back like May or June?
Maybe we did take a test. I can't remember.
I thought you told me one time you had to take a test.
Maybe that was.
To pass the board and to practice in South Dakota.
Okay, then we did. I can't remember. Yes, I remember now we sat down.
When you left Chicago, you did not know you were going to start practicing in South Dakota, right?
No, Bill just liked South Dakota. He says we're going to go to South Dakota because he didn't like Pennsylvania, he didn't like Chicago, he didn't. And so, no, we didn't realize this, and see, this guy gave up his chiropractic then, and he wanted us to buy.
Yeah.
Well, we had to get our license, and by that was tug of war quite a while too, and all that stuff. And so then we finally got licensed, and we started in practice. And the first day, I think the first day we made about $200.
Wow, that's big money.
And that was just because people knew we were coming.
That's a big first day business back then. Now, what year were all the World War II rationings ended? Did they end right away, or did they end Or did they, during the Korean War, did they get reinstated? Some
You
of the
mean
rationing?
Highway 18?
No, rationing for like tires and coffee and
Oh
oil,
yeah, we were still
sugar.
rationed. Yeah, we were
How long
rationed.
did that rationing last? Until
I'd say 2-3 years.
after the war yet?
Well, the war, I'm not sure the war was quite over yet. When we came to Davis.
Okay.
How long did it take when you first came back after you graduated? Because that was probably May or June of 1946 or 45?
Let's see. No, no, it would be 48 because I think I
Okay.
graduated high school at 44.
Oh, okay.
And this is before.
Sure. And then, so how long was that before you actually opened your practice there in Davis?
Well, we opened before winter. I'm not quite sure. I used to know when we started. I think in August. I think about August. We came
It
at
must have been
the
soon
end of
after
April.
McIlvaney drove in. and
Did you live with your parents then for a while, you and Grandpa, or did you move right into the Davis?
We lived with my parents, my room upstairs.
Okay.
Then you moved into the
What were people saying when they first met you guys as chiropractors taking over that spot? What did they?
Oh, that we heard that there's new chiropractors here. We want you to look at us, see if we need any treatment.
Oh,
No kidding. What did we do? We made good that first day we were open. It was unbelievable. It was. But he had given us the word to, and then everybody wanted to see who are these
Well, I
young.
remember Dad saying how hard you folks worked and scrimped to pay off the debt
Oh yeah.
on that, on the McIlvaney
Yes,
deal
we
to
did.
get him
We had
paid
to.
off.
And then he died in the following January, I think. He was bad off. And we did go to the funeral. It was in Beersford Catholic Church.
Okay.
And we sat in the back pew, but we took off that day to go down and go to his funeral. And she appreciated it very much. Then she went to the middle of South Dakota because she had relatives out there, and I don't know anything more about it. See, he was dying in Volans upstairs.
Hospital
because
thing you had there in Lennox?
how was that? They were related some way.
Okay.
No, when you first decided you wanted to become a chiropractor and you went to Chicago, when you were getting ready to graduate, did you have any idea of when you first went off to college, before you met Grandpa, did you have any idea of where you would return to go practice then at that point?
Oh, I just wanted to be a chiropractor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was Sylvia the one that got you interested in it?
Who?
Sylvia, your aunt
Well, I
Sylvia?
imagine so, yes,
she was a
because
chiropractor?
she and I just don't know why. I just all of a sudden, the Lord says, go find if you want to be a chiropractor. I played with chiropractic to my dolls. I gave them to Justice.
Oh, you did. You would adjust the necks of your dolls. Well, that really was early desire on your part. It wasn't just.
Well, because they fixed Irving. They helped Irving when he got hit.
That's right.
In the
that
farm.
One chiropractor did like a miraculous cure of Irving to bring him out of that you were so impressed. Yeah, now I remember that story. Good thing he had that. He never recovered without that.
He was real bad, yeah. Yeah, that was.